Hey there YouTube, it's 94 Keegan again, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the most efficient infinite cobblestone with a piston. These are my two best designs. The one on the left makes quite a bit of noise, while the one and it goes a little bit faster, and the one on the right makes less noise because the piston doesn't shoot as much. The one on the right is using a clock, and the one on the left is using a weird thing with the redstone torches that just spazzes out. You can't stop it with a switch or it'll just mess it up while it's trying to do its thing, so you have to use one of these, and we're gonna see which one gets to this first, the finish line. That can't be pushed, and plus that's that's how far these things can push. I think it's about 14 or 15. I'm not quite sure exactly though. So we're gonna start this one. We're gonna start this one first because this over here, it takes a little bit of time for that to start and get all the way there. This one starts instantly, so we're going to try to start these as even as possible. And here we go. Oh, and this right there, this can be put right on top of it, but I didn't, just so I could show you guys that when this is turned on, that can't go. When it's turned off, it can go. So now we're going to go. We're going to hit that, break that. Too deep, who cares? Now it's going to do its thing. The one on the left always wins by about 3 for this distance right here, but you can see the one on the right will have no mess ups, while the one on the left is just constantly going up and down, having mess ups. But as soon as one gets made, it pushes it forward. Unlike the one on the right, it doesn't mess up, but it does. You can see it has probably less than half a second when it hits. Okay, there's to the end, and it goes 1 and 2 and 3, and now it's just going to reset itself, so it's done. So this one won by 3. We're going to turn this thing off. Actually, we're going to let it go. I'll show you guys how this thing works. You're going to set this one, actually they're all set to 3. I guess this one's pretty simple. And these are all set to 3 except for this one. This one's just set to nothing, and that's a very easy setup for that. These up here, the lava is just getting 1 cube. You start it by whatever you want. I just put glass, just think it looks cool. And that's just the ones that I've seen online. They use glass. This is my little version of it. I kind of changed it up a little bit to make it work better. You can't just have one thing of water, or it'll overtake that whenever this is pushed in and just turn it into obsidian. So you have to have it go over. Right here, you can have a hole here. I just did it out there for some reason. You can have one there. I'm not sure about right there, but I know right there you can have one. Because you can't just stop it from flowing, or it'll still go over. You have to let it flow over that way. So that's how that works. And then just see how it sizzles up. That's what I did for this one right here. This is the one that's underground. You hit it, and it kind of makes it look like a factory when it sizzles up. And also at nighttime, you can see whenever there's nothing there, it lights up and then it closes up, so it kind of makes it look like a factory's working down under there. Makes it look cool. This thing over here, very easy setup. I'll go aerial view. That's the best way to see it. And that's all you do. You just have 2 blocks with a space in the middle, and then you just wire a straight line across there, and then one on each side. And then you just put these redstone torches on each side, and they just spaz out until they burn out, and then another one will start up, and then that's how it works. This is like a single core is what I call it, and if you make another, it's a dual core. If you make a dual core, it works better. So because there's a little bit of time, there's nothing flashing, it'll help fix that time. I'm just going to turn that off. And you can see that I made a hole down to where my other thing is. So go ahead and fill that up. And then we'll switch this off so it stops it. And now I'm going to show you guys my bridge and my wall. These are this is my first attempts, so they aren't the cleanest looking, but they work perfect. So the setup, this is set to 2 clicks, that one's 0, and those 2 on the back are 3. That again, I just did it back here so you can see what it's turned on right now. That back there goes over to this one, keeping that one turned off for now. So from here, I have it over 1. You can just go straight. I did have something built here, but I deleted it. It's that weird spazzing out thing with the torches. I had that right there, but I decided to move it over there. So you could just have that a straight line. You put a repeater set to 3, even with that block. And you need to go over 3. And then you can have as many pistons as you want. You want this centered though. So if you move this over, you have to have this thing centered, or they will not all push at the same time. I've had up, I think, on my house over there, I had up to, I think, 10 or 11. And that worked fine for me. This one over here, you're just gonna go off from this, and this can only be connected in one spot. If you connect it in two, it kind of messes it up a little bit. And then there's the same setup I have over there for that. So if you watch that, you just make this. This is kind of like the second step to what to do. It's more like 5, 6 steps, but this is the second step. Let me show you guys. This one over here is going to have a repeater set to 3. That's right behind the glass. And this one you can see I broke the hole. Instead of breaking it right there, I broke it right there. And you see it still works fine. I'm going to turn it on. And then you're just going to go up. And then where those pistons are, you're going to go one over and set this one. And I use those two right there set to 3. On the other one over there, I didn't have to do it. Over there I didn't, but here I did. I don't know why. Maybe my setup's just a hair different. But on this one, you have to do it like this. The ones over there, I didn't use anything. You just have to, if it doesn't work for you guys, you make it. You can just adjust these a little bit. Probably took me 15 minutes to make, and then probably an hour testing it to make sure it all works perfect. So now we're going to start this. You can see, and you cannot connect this. On other videos they show you connecting it to there. That does not work, or it does not push it every time. It'll have lots and lots of blanks, and it just slows it down. So you have to connect it separately, and then this is connected through the tunnel, which turns it on and off, because if you don't have this thing starting on and off like they do over there, it won't work right. So you have to have the turn on at the same time. So there goes this building. It'll go from left to right, except for this one right here. It will not go left to right, because it has to wait for the rest of them to be full first, where this one will push. See that one right there? As soon as those are full, it can't push anymore, so it just allows it to go straight. As I said, I think it's like 15 is the maximum they go. So here's this one over here, and you can see the smoke's coming out, kind of making it look like a factory. And then this is my vertical wall. Same setup as that one over there, because you can see on this, that one doesn't have any repeaters on it, because it's worked fine without them. And now it's pushing them over. It's going to do this first and work its way over, and this one is always last, just because you have to wait for that one to stop. So hopefully by the time I show you the other one, that one will start doing its thing. So same setup. One thing that's different, because that right there is my switch that connects to over there. Just goes off of that. And then yeah, those repeaters don't matter how many you have them set to. It's just as long as it's sorry guys, a little bit of cough. Okay, so as soon as those things go, those things you can put as many repeaters you want to. It doesn't matter. Right here is where it starts to matter. That's repeater there just because that's what ran out of juice to get to these. So I put one right there, and the same setup as one back there. Yeah, that one's actually, you know, that's my difference. Those are set to 3 over, that one's to none, and that one's to none. So that's my difference if you guys don't want to have any repeaters there. Just set those to nothing instead of 3 like over there. Because this is my second time making it. That was my first time. So this one I improved it a little bit. This one I just have it going out 4 instead of 3, and just, I don't know, just that's how I did it. And then this time it has 4 instead of the 3. I just added one more. Okay, so I think yeah, this one's working now. You can see that one's not pushing at all, so it's letting it go forward. And if you have those pistons there, it'll just keep pushing it forward. So there it is, just building itself up and fixing it. If I hit one right here, that one will stop working, and it'll do that one first. So now it's going to fill it up right now, and then it's going to start that one again. And then for the underground part, to do the part on the bottom, you're just gonna connect from the side, go underneath, set one repeater anywhere in between you want to. I just did it to where the redstone stopped. Set it to 3, and then you put however many right there. You put it one behind it. Set them all to like no clicks. Hook up the redstone, and that's how that one works. This is just here because if I don't, you guys will see, it just keeps pushing it. So wherever you want it to stop. Okay, if you do put one there while it is moving, it will move that. But if it's right there, it'll stop from moving. That's why it has this right here. So that one can't push it out. And now, yeah, I'll show you a preview of my house. This is where I'll stop the video on. That's a little fun game thing I'll show you on my next video. It's not really a game. It can be used as a trap. I saw it as a game when I saw it online. I made a few edits to it like I usually do, because I don't think theirs works good enough for me. So I edit a little bit to make it work for me. And this was all set up by me. I did not watch any videos. I used 2 of those to help make it go faster. You can put 2 on the other side, but this is just my first try. So I just put 2. It'd probably take me a while to get it all timed perfect, but you can do those on the opposite side. to make it work even faster. Right now I think it takes about 4 or 5 minutes. You guys can see on the next video how long it takes.